everybody, welcome back to my channel, the Lotus Doll Shop's Balanced Lifestyle channel. In my latest vlog, we're going to be talking about some self-care, shopping for some things at a new mall that I haven't experienced, my writing project, and a little quiet luxury rant. Let's get into it. And having issues with my back due to lupus, so I've been making sure I get my yoga and Pilates, and the Pilates really has been helping me tone up very well. Again, guys, you know, I work with Fit by Liz online. She's great. So I popped on in to L Nails to get my pedicure done before going shopping. I went out to Alpharetta here in Georgia to this mall that is not really new, but it's new to me. This mall called the Avalon. It is an absolutely beautiful outdoor space with so much really great stuff to shop from. I went for Free People. But of course, I found a couple of other things, and I'm going to take you along on the journey while you see what I got. Piece that I was looking for in Free People, unfortunately I didn't find it in the store, so I'll have to order it online, but it was affordable. But Free People is, you know, that's my kind of place. So I just went and took a little walk because I've never been to this mall. There are really nice shops here. Mayors, West Elm, J. Crew. So many places to eat. It was jam-packed that day because it was a really beautiful day out. Look at that, there's Lily Pulitzer right there. It's just a good time. It's really nice there. I headed a little further down the street and popped into Anthropologie. Honey, this is my store. You guys know that if you know you've been watching this channel. They had so many really beautiful things for the spring and the summer. I'm walking through, it's beautiful. Of course I want to buy everything, and I pop around the corner and I'm looking around and I see a sign that says 20% off candles. I have been stalking a particular candle and I did buy it, guys. I will show it to you. I love their candles, so great. So I decided to get an early dinner and I popped into Barley Garden Kitchen and Craft Bar. It was a nice time. It reminds me of like tavern food where you can get craft beers and of course, you know, the kind of food that you would expect at a tavern, you know, your burgers, steaks, wings, things like that. Y'all know I don't have any problem eating like that, but I gotta watch it. But I decided to go ahead and treat myself. It was really a beautiful day. I ended up sitting out here on the patio next to those two guys right there. I don't know who they are. But yeah, I ended up sitting out on the patio next to those guys. And I was hungry, so I placed an order. This is their menu. They've got some really good stuff. Like I said, fish and chips, steaks, sandwiches, things like that. And your girl had to have her a little glass of rosé. I ordered a Caesar salad, and the Caesar salad was very delicious. It was what I expected a Caesar salad to be, and this is my entree. I ordered a steak with potatoes and broccoli. Delicious. You guys, look how pretty these roses are. You know, during Mother's Day weekend, there were so many places selling flowers. I got these from Publix. They're like 3 different, they're yellow, red, and orange, and yellow. Just so pretty, so pretty. I also picked up this book, wow, by Justina Blake Nee. I'm about to say it wrong. You guys, if you've been watching, you know, on my table, I keep the New Bohemians. That's one of her books that I absolutely love. And I was over at Home Goods, and they had this book, and I couldn't believe it was on sale. If you guys are into fun decorating, if you're into, you know, patterns and colors, and she's just like me. She's in love with Morocco. She's in love with the way they decorate. And honey, this book is everything. So gotta check it out. Also, while over at Home Goods, I found this candle by DW Home called Desert Canyon. This scent is unbelievable. As soon as I smelled it, there was another lady in the aisle with me. I went, ooh, and she looked at me like something was wrong. It smells wonderful. If you could go to TJ Maxx and go to Home Goods, you know those stores are connected, you might be able to find it. I love these candles. They'll be gone with me because I pretty much burn them every night here in my bedroom. Go over and check it out. This is like the time, spring and summer. They have some of the best stuff in TJ Maxx and Home Goods. This is from Home Goods, guys. Check it out. It smells so good. All right, guys, so this is my little desk area. This is where I do all my editing, all of my writing. Come on, back in focus. I don't know why it's doing that. I think it's catching that light. Let's see. Bam, that might work. Yeah, this is where I do all my editing. And I went to Target the other day and found this really beautiful, it's like a mustard yellow desk and a mouse pad that goes with it. It's from this brand called, let me show you over here. It's called Elevation Studios. Very, very nice. It's really pretty. Look at that. That's their logo. And the colors are just so perfect, and it matched with everything I already had because everything else is rose gold. See, my pencil holder, my little holder up here for, you know, my calculator, my little, you know, note list and all of that kind of stuff, as well as my staple gun and my tape holder, and also everything else that I use, just like my little, I guess, book in kind of thing, and the magazine holder as well. So yeah, just wanted to show you guys that real quick. So I'm really happy about my new little setup. Y'all know that's my color, that mustard yellow. When I saw it, I was in love. All right, guys, so as you saw in my new little desk set up here that I'm excited about, I love the color of it. My desk area is here in my sunroom. It's on the other side from like my table and chairs, and I want to just sit and chill, and I don't have to be actually in the sun, which y'all know I'm not supposed to be if you've been watching this. But I'm sitting here working on a pilot contest entry, and if you pray, you meditate, throw one up for your girl if you watch my channel. This is my bigger picture. This is what I actually want to be doing with my life. This is what I'm planning on doing with my life. I write
a lot, but this particular pilot is something that was worked on in the past, and there's going to be a little surprise coming in terms of something that has already been done in reference to this particular pilot. I'm just putting everything out there. I've been entering contests. I entered a residency program, but I didn't get that one. It's okay, because I'm gonna keep it pushing, because I have a whole lot of things that I have written. I'm also going to be working on shooting some stuff as well, as I have done in the past. Just to kind of, show what I can do, that I got skills, with this pencil, with this computer, and behind the camera as well. So that is what I'm working on. So like I said, if you pray, if you meditate, throw one up for me. I'm pushing. We gonna do it. Okay, y'all, so quick note about this screenwriting stuff. I just heard about this book on TikTok called Save the Cat, the last book on screenwriting that you'll ever need. It's so weird because I had never even heard about this book as a screenwriter. I've got an alternative screenwriting book. I look at scripts all the time just to get my formatting together. I've taken, screenwriting classes. I'm doing this, and I had never heard about this book. So for all the people who enjoy screenwriting out there, I don't know, check out this book. They were talking about it, and somebody in the comment section laughed at me because I had never even heard of the book. So yeah, side note, save the cat. All right, y'all. As you saw, I just finished having what I consider a luxurious breakfast. I just made some oatmeal with some strawberries and a little maple syrup, some cinnamon, and it was delicious. I need to eat oatmeal a little bit more because I've been dealing with high diastolic blood pressure. And oh yeah, 1 second. All right, so I forgot my rose hips and hibiscus tea was in the microwave because it had gotten a little bit chilled because I was sitting here trying to ingest my oatmeal. And as I said, this tea, the rose hips and hibiscus, is really good for, if you're trying to watch your blood pressure. So that being said, I'm gonna rant, guys. I'm trying to make sure that the camera's straight. I'm gonna do a little rant on something that has been going around the internet like crazy. How long this rant is gonna be, I don't know, but I'm gonna try to keep it quick. These are my thoughts. There's a lot of talk about quiet luxury. As you know, I have a boutique called the Lotus Doll Shop Boutique on Poshmark at La Doll LA. And I always talk about one, having your style should be individualistic. You don't want everybody to have on the same thing that you have on. So I think about that with the Lotus Doll Shop Boutique. I think about price point. I think about age. I think about, let's just say what my customer's salary might be like, what my customer's daily life would be like. I think about all of those things. And though I price my pieces along the lines of Zara, H&M, Forever 21, those kinds of places, I think about it, and it's still considered luxury to me. And luxury for me is how you wear it, not necessarily the name brand, or for me, not the name brand, period. Because I'm not gonna lie to you. I shop, you guys know over here, if you ever done my what's new in my closet, I've got Shein, I've got Target, I even have pieces from Walmart, I've got pieces from Pretty Little Thing, I've got pieces from all of those fashion brands. Call it fast fashion, call it whatever you want to call it, but I've had pieces from quote unquote fast fashion brands that I've had for years. And even some of those brands have higher quality items, if you will, when they do a collaboration with someone, but at the same time the price point is not stupid and astronomical. So first of all, there's this old money versus new money thing that we're hearing, and in my opinion, the way I like to dress, I like understated pieces, understated luxury. I don't like gaudy stuff with a particular brand name across your shirt, a particular brand name somewhere displayed really big and ostentatious, and that's okay if that's what you're doing. But what I find living in America and beyond, you're judged on your appearance. There's, obviously there is old money versus new money, but we do have to, concern ourselves with how that old money got that old money. So, I think about that all the time. That being said, there's this documentary that I found on YouTube regarding fashion house business practices. And in this particular documentary, Italian leather tanning facility hired some Africans to help tan the leather for a number of big name fashion houses. Remember, over here, style and fashion is different. So fashion houses. There was an issue where this, African guy, he got hurt on the machine while he was doing the tanning. Now, argue with your mama. The Africans, Moroccans, in my observation, they're some of the best tanners of leather, of color. They just do it differently from everybody else, and they do it the best. Argue with your mom. That's just how I feel. Anyway, so the guy had gotten hurt, and then I guess he went, to take care of himself, and then he came back to pick up his paycheck. And this particular Italian leather tanner company owner, he and his partners, which were his sons, beat the guy up because he was asking for his money. So just from the work that he had already done, even though he got hurt, there was no concern about, okay, this man got hurt, I should be compassionate about what he's going through, make sure he has money, making sure he's okay. No concern about that. This particular leather tanner, this is a documentary that was out of the UK. This particular leather tanning facility was, I think it was like 4 or 5 big name fashion houses. I'm not gonna say it here. Go find that documentary on YouTube, honey. It will trip you out how these African guys were treated. Now, I say that to say also, we have to look at some of these luxury brands and where they get their ideas from. Lots of times, people are walking around wearing this particular brand, and it is from an African tribe. There are several other luxury brands who use patterns and things from African tribes. Like, okay, you go get your dashiki from the guy on the corner. You go get your if you go to Africa, or if, I don't know, you go to an African shop, they've got all of these beautiful cloths and with beautiful embroidery and printing and all of that stuff. And then you see it on the runway and they're charging you $1,000 for it. They made a shirt out of it and they cut it sideways. And they used that pattern and they called that something, or they used a stripe that was from an African tribe, or any of that kind of thing. I think about all of those kinds of things when I'm buying into the whole luxury thing. And for me, it's I'm more than sure. I also read an article in Elle magazine, I think it was 2 months ago, how there is this initiative to make sure that when you're essentially stealing from indigenous people and using it to enrich yourselves in this quote fashion industry, that they are pushing an initiative to make sure that these brands give back to the people that they're stealing from. There are the women who do the weaving, and you'll see it on a purse, or they'll do a jacket and you'll see the patch that some indigenous woman weaved on a leather jacket, and of course they tan that leather, so that too. So you have to, when I think about luxury fashion houses, I think about what I'm buying into, because I have seen and I know what I know now, so I can't look away. I can't unknow it. There's this particular situation, lessons that I had to learn about luxury, quote unquote luxury or expensive fashions. And this was all the way in junior high school. That's why I am the way I am now in regards to Guess jeans and Gerbeau jeans and Patrick Ewing sneakers and what's the other thing people used to get killed for? Sorry YouTube. People used to get unalived for back in New Orleans, where I'm from. Thinking about that, I'm the type of person, if I buy something, if it depreciates in value, it doesn't make sense to spend a lot of money on it. It doesn't make sense. Your car, that's one thing. That's got to get you from point A to point B. You got to make sure everything on the hood is good. You're golden. Now, a shirt, a jacket, a pair of shoes, you can get good quality shoes that don't cost $1,000. Come on. Some of this is just getting to the point where some of it is just so ridiculous, and you can see that some of these fashion designers, they're just gouging you price-wise and not really giving you what I would call creativity. So I look at it like that. Now, again, I like elegant, I don't like gaudy, and people can say, well, I wear what I want, I don't care what people think, but I think you do care if, you've got a particular fashion house name across your shirt. If you got this big watch with a particular name that everybody knows on it, if you've got like these shoes that have a particular thing that they use so you can identify those shoes. If you're wearing those things, the logos, you do want people to know. You could say you don't care, but yes, you do. So I think it's important not to fool ourselves about why we're doing things. There's a need for acceptance into a particular club. There's an insecurity that can be there. I want to feel better about myself, so I'm going to wear this, and this versus this, and this. See, ooh, I got more money than you. You can't afford these. And you would I hear it on rap songs all the time. People think they're upgrading themselves by what they spend. Your upgrade is here and how you carry yourself, not what you spent on this or that. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. And a lot of people that look like me, we have this particular way of really feeling that we're upgrading ourselves when we adorn ourselves in quote unquote luxury items that someone else told us is luxury. I think there needs to be a deprogramming of sorts where you decide what luxury is for yourself. There are fashion brands that have been around for years and years and years, from your people like Coach, which I like. I do own a piece of Coach, but it wasn't like a ridiculously astronomically priced bag. There are Longchamp and Mulberry and all of those things. Yeah, they're European, but they're not ridiculously priced to where it's like you can tell you're gouging because you don't want a certain element of people to have it. We have those kinds of people. The sad part is I watched a TikTok video recently. I'm always on TikTok. This is my little clicker right here. I watched TikTok the other day. I think it was day before yesterday, and a young lady looked like me, you know. She was talking about how she worked at a quote-unquote luxury fashion retailer. And in the video, she was saying that people would come in, and I'm not going to specify the people, but I can almost guess who it is. People would come in, and they would come in, and she said they had trigger words how they knew that the item would be returned. A girl would come in and say, I need a bag for the club. Or a girl would come in and say, I need a bag for my birthday. You see where I'm going with this? So what people need to understand, there's a difference between flexing because you have it and just posing, you know. If you're gonna flex, and I always say this, if you're walking around with a purse that costs however many hundreds of dollars, and you don't have that in your checking to be spent however you like, or even in your savings to be spent however you like, then you're posing. You're not flexing. Like your clothes, you even like, okay, just like, you know, they come in, I want a bag for my birthday, but eventually you turn around and say, you know what, I really don't need that. I did this thing with a Gucci pair of shades that, you know, because everybody was into the Gucci thing, you know, some time ago. I bought it at a discount retailer, and then $50 off, I ended up turning around and reselling that because I was like, girl, you don't need that. You're never gonna wear it. And I never wore them, which is the funniest thing. Anyway, so that tells you that I too bought into that whole, I have to have a piece of luxury, this or that. You have to get past that. We have to get unprogrammed. For me, quiet luxury is dressing well, not necessarily, or not even really dressing expensively. It's dressing well. You have to understand too, people need to understand that when, just like what's happening in a lot of retail stores that are closing, those kinds of things, when people buying something, wearing it, and returning it is just, it's bad for the company. It's bad for the brand. That kind of thing makes brands decide that we don't want to sell this over there, or we don't want to sell this at this price anymore. They will make it so astronomical that at a certain point, you know, and I've worked for a number of retail stores, people don't understand that that is what causes stores closing, brands going under, those kinds of things, you know. And I know people don't care because they want that attention that item gives them at that time, but you have to think about the bigger picture, how something like, even with companies like TJ Maxx, certain TJ Maxxes have closed down in certain areas. Certain Walmarts are closing in certain areas because of how people steal, how people buy, use, return. And when you have a laxed return policy, like a lot of these stores do, because they want the customer to keep coming back, but you know, the good has to suffer for the bad. That's how that works. So you know, I'm like this, flex if you have, but don't be a poser, because you just, you know, you don't really have it like that. If you don't have it like that, say that. Find a style or adapt a style that you can actually afford, you know, that you still look good. You know, I was watching a documentary about a couple of billionaires. There were two Indian ones. Of course, they talked about Warren Buffett, and they talk about how they live, you know, economy cars, older homes that have been paid for over and over, you know, a couple of times over. These people, they don't display their money because they don't have to. They're not trying to prove anything to anybody. They just have it like that, you know. And finally, because I would say I'm a black owned business, but I'm a black owned small, I guess, side hustle kind of business, because to me a business is, you know, when you actually employ people. A biz, I mean, it will be called a business, yes, but I don't employ people yet. Who knows what's coming. I think there's this thing, and I've been seeing a lot of TikTok videos regarding restaurants and boutiques who hustle people, black people. You know, a lot of times we want to go and we want to patronize our own kind, because there's a lack of black business of building in our communities, and that, you know, it's just what it is, and because of our history, it is what it is. But the problem comes in when an actual honest person like me, who's out there selling things, and then the person has had a bad experience with another black person who has hustled them. They don't know how to take me. They don't want to give me a try. So again, the good will suffer for the bad. I think there is good customer service amongst black-owned businesses, and there are some false reports, because there are those black people who want to come in and want to hustle the opposite way. They feel like they should get you to talk down. They should get you to price down your price because I'm black, you're black. Let's see how we can negotiate. No, the price is the price. You can't ask Louis Vuitton to price down. You can't ask you can't ask Mercedes-Benz to price down. I mean, they would, but it's not gonna be what you know, like you're going to some used car place. If you go to the Mercedes-Benz to get a Mercedes-Benz, you got the money. You better have the money like that. So there's so many different things. I know my customer, and I don't believe in hustling people. My items are good quality, of course. I have something of everything that I sell. So I wouldn't sell anybody anything that I wouldn't want, and I treat people the way I want to be treated. And of course, I worked in retail, so I understand. I worked in retail, and I'm from New Orleans. So there is a particular customer service that is ingrained in me, to treating people how I want to be treated, and treating people kind of like family, you know, like your family is buying from you, and a way that you want to keep people coming back. So ultimately, I don't believe anyone should dictate to you what luxury is. As a creative, I have learned, looking in magazines, I have just going to a store whose decor that you like, look at how they decorate, and all these things can be found in the world that we live in, between Temu, between Amazon, your Walmarts, your Targets. Your house can be luxury. It has nothing to do with the price that you pay for something. It's how you put your things together. So bottom line, do what you want, but you know, this is the world that we live in, and how you carry you is how you will be perceived. So whether you want to be elegant, have elegant luxury, or you want to be gaudy, remember, you're going to be perceived a certain way either way. And you can say that you don't care, but yes, you do. So figure out what luxury is to you, bottom line. All right, everybody. So thank you for watching my vlog. I hope you enjoyed my little rant. And if you're here in the Georgia area, or if you're ever in the Georgia area, there are malls besides Lenox. The Avalon Mall is everything, and I showed you guys. It was really a great experience. I liked it, and I think I'll be kind of going out there a little bit more often. So guys, check out all of my affiliates, some updates. Madame Glam, guys, this is my new nail color. Oh my god, I forgot the name of it. I'll put it down in the description box, but I just did this the other day. My new nail color. Madame Glam is now giving you 35% off. Parade, guys, has a 50% off summer sale that you do not want to miss. You got to make sure you use my code. Of course, Abella Ivor gives you those sunglasses and those blue light filter glasses at 25% off. Hopefully they'll be getting a couple of new glasses up, but they got a lot of stuff that looks like they're restocked. Go over there and check that out. Bright and Smile to brighten those teeth up, because I'm gonna be looking forward to me some sangria and some dry ice, some snowballs, all that kind of stuff. You know, mess with your teeth. And of course, Casvaliano jewelry, guys, they still got that buy one get two free, and they've got the 7 pieces for $100 in your free jewelry box. You don't want to miss those deals, guys. All of my affiliates has something that you're going to want this spring and summer. And of course, please check out the Lotus Doll Shop Boutique on Poshmark at La Doll LA. I've got something special coming at the end of this month, so keep your eyes open. Make sure you're following me at Avalon Love and Life on Instagram and TikTok, and follow the boutique on Instagram at the Lotus Doll Shop. So guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you had a most enjoyable time. Bye.